Wow, look at this team spirit. Sorry, I'm seeing some local team spirit going on there. It is a Christmas color, I guess. So
it is of the holiday spirit.
Yeah, the green, blue as well, representing Hanukkah. This works. Yeah. Got this.
We were just dressed for Christmas. There's nothing else going on
for the holidays. Mike, your Christmas or holiday, what have you, has no coach. Apparently.
Yeah, on the 5th, after the 5th loss in the 4th quarter, my true love gave to me a new head coach and 4 upcoming draft picks that hopefully help us in the future.
What if you coached, Mike? What if you coached?
Ooh. I could probably coach, or maybe we get Cal to coach. Am I right? Everybody?
Cal could do it.
Yeah. I would hire Brandon Routh as my coach any day.
Superman could coach a football team. Come on.
Yeah.
Roll the tape.
Oh, okay, now
It's been a long, exhausting day. Your troubles just won't go away. One thing that gets you through these is watching cheesy holiday movies. You think that you're above them, but you know that you love them. So get ready to listen. Now here comes Kevin and Kristin. Oh yeah.
Hey, this is episode 2 of season 50 of Remark, and I am one of your hosts, season 6, and we're thrilled to be here. I'm one of your hosts, Chris.
I am one of your hosts, Kevin.
And I'm another host, Mike G.
We're thrilled. I forced these two to watch 2 movies this weekend.
2.
Maybe 1. At least forced 1. Yeah. But I did have 2 on the list.
I watched both. I forced myself to watch both. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This was not the arrangement. If you watched last week, we said we were going to cherry pick and maybe do only 1 a week, and Kristin forced us to watch 2.
Yeah, but we didn't watch 3.
Working.
We did not watch 3.
We did not watch 3.
No. There wasn't 3.
There wasn't? There was one Friday night, wasn't there?
No. So this is interesting. Friday nights are the mistletoe murders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it's like debuting the new shows.
Yeah.
So
not a fan.
There's only 2 to watch.
Is that every week? That's every week for the whole season? All right.
Why didn't we do it? We should have just said,
I told you
that can't be right because there's still 39 movies this year.
No, it's because of Turkey Week. There's 30 movies. And there is at a point, I think some of the shows end and some of the Fridays do have things and stuff. But for the most part, man, they were yo, we got to do something about this.
We can break down what we think our plan is at the end of the episode, but we can first start talking about the first movie we watched on Saturday, November 8th at 8 p.m., Christmas Above the Clouds.
Merry Christmas, Miss Neeser.
I'll be merry when it's over.
One overnight Christmas flight.
This is my
ex-fiancé. 3 festive visitors.
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Please don't make me relive this.
This is the present, silly.
A Christmas Carol in the spirit of love.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
I can't remember the last time I had this much fun.
Christmas Above the Clouds.
Directed by Peter Benson, director of The Santa Stakeout. This is just going to be a love letter, by the way.
To that guy?
From me to Peter Benson.
Great.
It's a review. But written by Christina Garver and Stephanie Jackson, both writers of Trivia at St. Nick's. Do you guys want to plot? You want me to read the plot line on it?
Yeah. Well,
here's the thing. If you've seen A Christmas Carol,
that's the
or
plot.
You've gone to the Rat and seen Drunken Christmas Carol, you understand this movie.
There's a place in my heart for Christmas carols and Scrooges.
Yeah.
Is there a place in your heart, though, Mike, for Aaron Krakow, said correctly, finally, because I always get it wrong, and Tyler Hynes?
Whoa! Is there an alarm bell? Do we have a sound effect for when Tyler Hynes?
An alarm bell just went off over
Yes,
here.
the loins. Gird your loins.
Gird your loins.
Friend of the show, right? Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Friend of the show.
And fantasy
Kristin's
of the
loins.
Kristin. Fantasy of the Kristin and friend of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, real fast. This is the very first eggnog I've had of the season.
Ooh.
You're starting early, buddy.
Do you know? I'm a little matchy. Do you know? I did not going into this. I hadn't seen a trailer or a preview or anything. I just was like, we were like Tyler Hynes. We're watching it no matter what.
Yeah.
And the title, Christmas in the Clouds. I'm like, whatever. It's going to be airline related. I did not know it was a Christmas Carol take.
I didn't either.
And then so in the beginning, I thought they were kind of like just making jokes, with the Ebenezer. I was like, oh, ha ha ha, like it's a funny side joke. And then when I was like, oh no, it's full on Christmas Carol. And I have a soft spot for Christmas carols, like I said. So
as it was starting, Hallmark does that whatever it is, 10-second preview of what you're about to watch. That's when I realized what it was.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I missed that part too.
Before Ebenezer, I said to Julie, her name's going to be Edna Neezer, and I thought it was hilarious. It was Ebenezer, and I was like, that's more palatable. I
did think that it was cute that instead of Bob, it was Bobby, as her assistant.
Yes.
They did get cute, but I'm skipping way ahead. But did Tiny Tim? Did he really just have asthma?
Yeah. But it was an alternate world in which asthma is not, curable and controlled.
I have asthma, and can I I don't know. Can I milk it as much as that little boy was milking it?
Is this what character would Kristin play?
There are
I already know what character I would play.
There are, as someone who was a 7 summer camp director, there are more extreme versions of of asthma. It was a funny thing, but I'm telling you, in order to portray a good Tiny Tim in any medium, you just have to have that cough, that sickly cough.
These were the lines that were not evolved at all. And you knew he had to say "God blesses everyone." It was everybody else's lines for the most part were very modernized listen. Yeah. I'm going to jump right to saying this. I thought it was a great take on doing because we've seen it. We've even seen it on Hallmark, and I thought this was really good. But I was good.
I was just going to say there were clever takes on
all of it.
Switcheroo things, even just her the first when her friend visited her as the safety video, and she was in all of the instead of chains, she was in all the seat belts. That
I loved it.
I love a bit like that. That's a clever bit,
What was it, Jacob? That I was gonna write them all down. It was
they were good though.
Marlene Jacobson. Jacobson. I did write it down. Funny.
Very good.
Funny.
Very good.
Yeah, and, I love Christmas Carol. Every time I've probably seen every iteration. Back when we were kids, growing up, that was a big tradition in my house for Christmas was watching all of different Christmas Carol. Obviously, Muppets is the best, but I'm talking the original, the OG, the Alistair Sim, the musical with Albert Finney, the Mr. Magoo, the Flintstones, but everybody who had a Christmas Carol had one. And so I would thinking oh God, here we go. It's going to be another retread. But yeah, it was super cute and clever. And I got emotional during some of the past
where you're
scenes.
supposed to. Yep.
I think the past scenes were really well done. Obviously credit to Erica and Tyler.
I think a lot of that too is really credit to Erin Krakow because she was in, I can't think of a Hallmark movie where we've seen a character in virtually every single scene.
Yeah.
The way she was. She was always on camera. Because there are no cutaways, right? It's if there are, she's there. Even if you're just seeing her for a moment and then the scene is out, she's there. And I thought it was really, really well done. Again, I gotta say, Peter Benson, who is in the film as well, he plays who does he play in this? I scrolled down.
He's one of her employees.
Yeah, Charlie. This dude is so economical in his directing a movie like this because we know these things, they shoot for somewhere between 10 and 15 days. That thing was impressive if that was a typical Hallmark film shoot, because there were so many locations and there were so many camera movements. And it's not, when we talk about the next film, I'll complain about what my problem is with Hallmark movies, which is set up the camera and then just stuff happens.
Yeah.
That's not what this was. And
they did a great job with all, because that's what you want, right? And it's the thing that we complain about sometimes. I feel like with these Hallmark movies, it's like they didn't go far enough with like the bit or the gimmick or whatever. Yeah. And this one did. Like it was like it embraced all of the spirits. They all had their like move. You know, the one guy would do the turning of the thing, and they would go the pointing of the like future, pushing her out into the thing. You know, they all had their like ghosty moments, and it was a lot of fun. And I was nervous at the beginning because it was on this. I hate airplane film sets. I just feel like they always look bad and cheesy. And like there's way more room. But this one was fine. I was like, oh God, please don't let this be that one. They were like, let's just churn this out in 48 hours and we're going to be on this plane the entire time. Yeah. So when they did go to other locations, to your point, Kevin, I was like, thank God.
Even within the plane, Mike. Like,
oh, totally.
Also, wouldn't you love a bathroom that big?
Hello.
Yeah.
Because that was the coach bathroom. Can you imagine the first class bathroom?
It was amazing. Well, I maybe nobody had ever been in a first class bathroom, so like, we'll just call it coach. But this movie also marks Hallmark's, as far as I'm aware, and somebody out there could correct me if I'm wrong, but Hallmark's first acknowledgement of the Mile High Club, which is awesome. Like the fact that like the woman, when Aaron Krakow and Tyler Hynes are coming out of the bathroom, she gives the look, and it was like, oh yeah. We all know it just.
I adored that first moment, and I love that she was there. That woman was there every single time. Yes. Again, that is good direction. That is a good bit. That like, even if that wasn't in technically the writing, that it was 3 times. Yeah. And it was like, it could have been a different woman. It could have been a different, but no, it was that same actor. Yeah. And
what did she eat? Why was she going to the bathroom so many times?
Listen, don't judge her. That is me on a plane. That is me on a plane. I have to pee 9,000 times. Yeah. And I just love that Tyler was like, can you, because I do have to use the bathroom. Like
Was Tyler, did he have to do onesies or twosies, are we thinking?
Stop it, Kevin. That's not what this is. I think hey, but that's
Tyler can do whatever number he wants in there. I don't care.
True that. It was after the Mile High thing. It was after. What was I going to say about him in the bathroom? Oh, no, yeah, that's always the complaint, right, with movies and TV shows, is we never see them go to the bathroom. And hey, they went to the bathroom.
They went to the bathroom.
They acknowledged that they were going to the bathroom.
Mike, can I real quick say something about just the structure of A Christmas Carol in general? Because you were talking about the Muppets, and the Muppets is often recognized as the best, and I do not disagree with that. It is so incredibly well done. But one of the things that they do in the Muppets as well that always bothers me about, and I don't know the original text well enough, so I'm kind of asking you, when they go to the character of Fred, the nephew, so it's her sister Frances in this, right? And I'll say he because of the original text, when he, as an Ebenezer, sees Fred at the party, and it's kind of heartfelt, but then they play the game, and in most iterations of A Christmas Carol, Fred's kind of a dick when they talk about Ebenezer. Like they laugh and joke, and Fred allows it to get kind of mean towards Scrooge.
Yes.
And I love this because I always think of the movie Scrooged with Bill Murray, where his brother Dana played that part.
Right.
He didn't go that way and even said, he's my brother. And it was very sad.
Yeah.
And I loved that in this one, they stayed true with Frances more to that, as opposed to her also ganging up on Ella.
Yeah, like, Fred, every iteration, the original text has Fred play along in this game that they're playing, which is like basically a 20 questions game that they play, not like, charades from Batman Returns, but I thought that was cute. And the joke is that he has set it up to be like Uncle Scrooge. So he's having this moment, but then has this reflection back in that same scene. It just depends how long they let it play out. That's actually like a big thing with Christmas Carol adaptations in general, is the choice of the writers and directors of how long they stay with like each scene and moment. Every single one, some of them like spend more time in the past than some of them like really hone in on the present. And then future is usually the quickest kind of thing because you're going through. So I actually thought this iteration's future was probably the weakest of the 3.
Oh, I liked it. That's so funny.
No, it was cool. I mean, and I say weakest only because I think they were all good,
The time spent.
fun. Yeah, I thought Past was their strongest. Because because that's the most Tyler Hynes we got, first of all. But just their relationship was the important thing, I think, in this Hallmarky version of it, right? Because we had to have the relationship. Yeah, I think that was nice that they spent a lot of time there, showed it, and that the present was just about sort of like how people viewed her now, which is usually what it is. And then the future is like, this is what's going to become. I just thought the future felt a little extreme because it was like this young, it's usually Scrooge is older, right? It's like,
I was like, how are they going to
kill her? Died and is clearly in this like fake graveyard that's like spooky and Halloweeny. So that one felt a little bit like, silly is the wrong word, but I loved it still. I thought like the air traffic controller,
that graveyard houses every dead grandmother, mother, father, in all of Hallmark. So,
wow,
little trivia for everyone out there.
I will say, even though I knew like fully what this story was, there was a point where I was like, "There's not enough Tyler in this."
Yeah, it felt. Aaron's movie more
because it's Tyler's. Like, and I was like, don't complain about this, Kristin, because like I love Aaron so much.
She was awesome,
and she was crushing it.
Yeah,
and I like, but then I was just like, be patient, young Padawan. Like, there's moments where he will shine. Like when I knew that she would go back into the past and like have, you know what I mean, like, and
didn't seem that broken up when he was at her wake, basically, though, and he gave the flowers to Frances.
What? Yes, he was.
Yeah, I thought he was over it. I felt he was like, very sorry, Frances. Here are some flowers.
I know. He was like, I have never moved on. I will never date again. I should just be a priest.
Oh, that's why he was in all black, not mourning.
I thought. Well, that's where I thought the future scenes were a tiny bit rushed, but they sort of had to do that. They had to kill her. They had to kill Tiny Tim to show. I was kind of hoping they would go more of the angle of like her company has like folded. So she's not dead, but like her company's dead because of the way she treated all her employees or something like that. But whatever, minor quip. But Kristin, I want you to get to your favorite Tyler moment that you posted earlier today. Am
I wrong? No. It honestly, let me put my glasses back. Let me put them back on. I rewound it 3 or 4 times because I was like very moved, and I was very like, do we give awards for like acting in Hallmark movies on our podcast? Because we should.
Well, and it was the breakup, right? The return of the ring. Yeah.
So like obviously they had this lovely relationship, and I really did think their meet cute was lovely in this library.
Yeah.
And then they like were together, and obviously then we had this awful breakup moment. He was not seeing that coming.
No.
And they were engaged, and she just out of left field said, well, I guess we want different things. Takes off the engagement ring.
You go, girl.
Puts it on the table.
Yeah.
His little puppy face. Acting 101 with Tyler Hynes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I broke. And then, so he showed true delightful emotion. And then she was like, she said something else. And then he was like, then he like did a like 360 on his face and was like, yep. And I was like, acting 201 with Tyler Hynes on how to like in like 2 workshops within 3 seconds on the screen. So I commend you. Good, sir.
Can we, if we're commending, can we also commend, again, I'm always going to go back to Peter Benson, but can we commend the wig game in this film?
Oh, yeah, her wig game.
Her hair and the way they were able to make her look like, this is when they first met. And they had her either chewing gum or like she was doing something.
Yeah.
My man, Tyler. Okay, we're good. And like, I get that he is filming probably another Hallmark movie. He's probably the three wisest men. But I was like, we can't.
Nah, bro. Don't.
He's like, I ain't shaving.
They should grade him up in Modern Story like a significant amount, so that when he's young, he could darken.
Don't tease me with a good time, Kevin.
So it's something lost. Chris, I do want to ask you.
Yeah.
I want to do a 1, 2, 3. Can we say the character name that you should have played?
I don't know if I know his name.
Oh, then it is the
I
same.
think we're going the same way.
Oh,
Mike, do you know it?
Ready? Let's do 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna just say like the job position because I don't remember.
Well, I'm just gonna say his name because I know it. It's
okay. Great.
1, 2, 3.
The flight attendant person.
Yeah. Like that character. So if we're in a boardroom meeting for this Hallmark movie, Kristin is like, "We need more Tyler Hynes." I'm like, "Do we make a Pip spinoff?"
Yeah. I actually was like, because I loved the, speaking of favorite characters, I love all 3 ghosts I thought were great, or all 3 spirits are great. But the like present, the pilot was so good. And I was like, oh, I'm annoyed by this voice. But then when it connected and it was, it was great. And I actually I was a little disappointed that like Pip, was that?
I know, I wanted Pip to be one of the,
So there was obviously other Charles Dickens. So he was Pip. The kid was Oliver. It was called Great Expectations. So good job again, writers.
Yeah.
I liked them all the Southern Nods. But I was sort of expecting him to be something. And then he wasn't. And I was like, whatever. Whereas everyone else was. And I think that, again, that's my only, it's a minor nitpick. The ending got very Hallmarky and we didn't like really see the characters again. I was kind of hoping for like a cheesy sort of like wink of like, did it happen? Did it not happen kind of thing? And
they in the past they did with the 2 of them, they did 1 year later. And it felt like it was going that route, especially because it was doing a get across the finish line, not in a bad way, but it was like, it felt like they had multiple endings and it's like,
totally.
We have Balsam Hill we have to sell. Come on.
Yeah. So that was it. And I also thought the other thing that was funny to me, although I think they did it great, we already talked about it, was the plane setting. Like, was that like did they just have the set and then decide to shape everything around it? Or was the idea like, let's do a Christmas Carol and then like, I've got all these funny ideas for flight attendant. I don't know. It just seemed random to start. And then they embraced it, but it was sort of like, why like and then we call it Christmas in the Clouds. And I thought it was just going to be a plane movie. I don't know. It was very above the clouds.
I keep saying in the clouds too.
Yeah. I don't know. It felt weirdly forced on, but then I didn't hate it because they embraced it so well. You know what I mean? With all of the characters being these things.
You know what's so funny,
so
guys?
I just kept laughing at that.
Yeah.
I think to what all 3 of us felt going in, if we had known it was going to be a Dickensian story,
right,
on top of all that, I mean, because it starts to become a hat on a hat. Right. I don't know how I would have had, dare I say, greater expectations, but I had no expectations. I ended up loving this movie.
Yeah, it was great. It was good.
The guy directed Santa Stakeout, and it was that feel where it's like, this is the Hallmark that I'm here for. And if they did even 5 of these a year, I'd be like, I could do a full run of Remark every single year, but there's so few and far between.
That's my big question is like, why is this not so
standard?
I don't know. I know they've had so much turnover at the top at Hallmark in recent years that I wonder if there are different avenues of thought that don't get a fair shake. Like we talk about Marvel so much on this podcast, but like the idea that Kevin Feige has been running Marvel before Disney and now with Disney for so long, it's like, what the entire arc is. But even when you look at something like DC, it's still also new. And I think with so it feels a little push and pull. I know Peter Safran and James Gunn. I almost said Peter Gunn combined. Are trying to put it in one direction, but this thing does feel at times because Chris, I like the old movie concept.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a struggle, but it's and
I'm sure they hated this movie. And it's like, why? It's like,
you think so? I wonder.
This feels like a good segue into the next.
For y'all.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you,
two thumbs up. It's probably my favorite one. Probably my favorite Hallmark movie in a long time. Like, we always forget the name of the one with the Santa crawl. Right. And then the time travel. We liked last season. We liked the time travel. Hanukkah one.
2 years ago, though.
That 2 years ago, the Hanukkah one.
Oh my god!
I forget the name. Round and Round was the name.
Round and Round. Yeah.
That is without a doubt my absolute favorite. And then the Santa Summit, right?
Yeah, but then we just like that because it was modern and hip and cute. Right. But this one really stands up there as one of the best ones. One of the best ones. Yeah. I think rewatchable too. I think a lot of these movies aren't always rewatchable. They're kind of one and dones.
Yeah.
But I would watch this again with someone who hadn't seen it before, just to be like, who's a Hallmark fan, and be like, oh yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No commercials.
This one to my mom, without a doubt.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to fix my chair. All right, 2 thumbs up all around. Yeah.
Wee! I also just realized that I didn't. There's so much happening behind me. Even with this guy.
Get up there.
No, because he wants the plants. Goodbye.
Oh yeah.
Delicious salad. I get it.
They're all safe for him, but like they still give him the runs. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. That little jerk. I realized that I didn't know that you two would definitely watch the second movie. This little jerk off.
I love it.
It's okay. It's entertainment.
Someone's
views go up when the cat's on the screen. We'll
so I don't have H3O for the second movie. I only.
Oh gosh. Well, that's okay. We can.
There's so many options in the second movie for each. We can talk about it.
So we'll just talk about them. We'll just leave
them.
Tyler up the whole time.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to it. Saturday, November 9th at 8:00. We have a Keller.
Sunday
at 8:00. Sorry. We have a Keller Christmas Vacation.
This is about our family bonding and having a great family Christmas.
A Christmas cruise on the Danube.
On Christmas Eve, we're going to be in Austria.
You're the best. Might be the holiday gift they always wanted.
Let's do this.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah! And the unexpected surprise they always needed.
We've got a long and beautiful road ahead of us.
I know that this is one Keller family adventure that I'll never forget.
A Keller Christmas Vacation.
Directed by McLean Nelson, who directed Haul Out the Halloween that we just watched a couple weeks ago and reviewed. Watch that.
Interesting.
And written by Tracy Edrine. Anybody remember a movie Tracy may have written in the past? Anyone at all?
Are you being facetious? Yeah. Why don't you tell us?
I've got 2 tickets to paradise.
2 tickets to paradise.
Oh, nice. Hit it.
That's my only guess when he's like using us for something.
100% correct. Yeah. Obviously,
coming in with
well, let's get in the cast. So Jonathan Bennett, Brendan Rolfe. How do you say his name? Rolfe, right?
Ralph.
Yes.
Ralph.
It's not Ruth.
Ralph.
Okay. Yeah. You guys.
Edna. Wait. Who's the? Sorry. What's the actress's name again?
Eden Shearer.
Eden Shearer.
So listen.
Yeah.
Just to tell her you didn't like it at all.
Me?
Yeah. Just give us your and you're leading us here.
Okay, this is what I'll say about it.
And then we'll go.
These movies make me the angriest because the bones are there for a very good movie. And what you get out of it instead, it's not even plot soup anymore. It's 8 million characters with 8 million little problems that most of them are crazy, pulling you in a million directions. And then all of a sudden the movie's over and you're like, I have to edit this in my head. Like, what the hell did I just watch?
Yeah.
And Vienna.
And the beautiful city of Vienna.
Yeah.
I always joke when they have the European ones or like the European vacations. I'm like, oh, somebody like, did they all just want a trip? Like they wanted a trip.
Right. Not to cast aspersions, but McLean Nelson was the director of Christmas in Vienna. So I do think.
Oh my gosh, hilarious.
Do they have a timeshare there? I don't.
Yeah.
I know.
And it's like one of those things I'm like, my gosh, cast me and like I'll play any part random. I'll be the American, the old grandpa if I get to go to Vienna for. I thought for a second it was just going to all be stages and then just like drone shots, but no, they were in those cities.
Because
I didn't hate this as much. But yeah, Chris and I know you have a lot. So
I don't think I hated it as much. Yeah. I started liking it better towards the end when they weren't lost. I
loved when they were lost. That should have been the plot.
I feel like maybe
that's
it. Maybe I liked the movie when they were lost, but then when they weren't lost, I liked that movie. So maybe that's what it was. And I also I didn't think that I knew right away that the dad was sick. And then of course, since Jonathan Bennett's almost fiance was a doctor, that's what he was hiding from him.
And they've already set it up where they say he's such a great neurosurgeon. It's like, why would you say that?
Yeah,
So,
we've always, the three of us have always hated the unspoken thing, right?
Yeah.
And like it just is, that can't be a plot point. You know what I mean? Because it's such a crutch. You know what I mean? No Tiny Tim puns intended. To go off of, and you're just like, oh God, if you just had all said this, the movie would have been not even that.
You could have set it up in the beginning with the mom and dad just talking to each other, and you'd be like, okay, now I know what you're doing.
Yeah, at least for us, at least for the audience, at least for the audience. Even if Jonathan Bennett has to go through his thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, at least for the audience, don't waste our time if it's something that we all know.
Why would you not say yes to marrying someone because their dad has Parkinson's?
Yes, correct.
What in the actual beep?
Right, because you knew that was going to spiral. Like any human being would be like, this is going to spiral. You would say yes, right, if you love the person. And then you would immediately go to the father and be like, hey, listen, he would have told his parents that night, Jonathan Bennett's character, right? And then the doctor would have been like, hey, we're engaged. This is going to like kind of hamper this giant trip that we need to address this now.
We can just be engaged while you're figuring this. I don't
Yeah, that was frustrating. And that was basically the whole movie was centered around that. In terms of the conflict, that was the really only conflict thing.
But Brendan Routh's character, like, is kind of a creeper. Like, he went through a divorce, and I get that's fine.
Well, we don't know why.
We don't. But, like, and then they never said therapy, and they should have, because there's that moment where he says, I've grown. It would have been cool, because he was speaking in very therapy terms, and it would have been cool had he essentially said that, and then his brother and sister are like, oh, you have grown, as opposed to him saying I've grown. You can't say you've grown.
Someone don't know.
Tell you that. But then, have you grown, bro? Because then this girl that you liked it but never did anything about, and then found out she liked you, you go, oh, I'm going to her going away party with her boyfriend and telling her how I feel, and they didn't even bother to write it. They're like, we'll do it in a karaoke bar with no karaoke happening.
Really weird thing. He walked like straight in and straight up as they were singing.
Chris, you have to watch that scene again, because he goes to the door and he looks in, and then he goes like this, like, oh, they're calling me. And they weren't. They were up there
singing. They're happy.
She like kind of waved and was like, coming. She gestured at it.
But they didn't on stage.
Yeah.
Don't interrupt karaoke.
I like him. But I didn't need his character to have a problem.
Yeah.
He should have just been the nice older brother.
Just a nice older brother, and then or like that already had like a wife and kids at home that he was like, oh, I'm gonna leave. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
And then the sister.
He could be the meddling brother, and that's what he has to learn is let them come to you. Don't go, especially the coach.
Or
they didn't need,
he's just single.
Yeah. They didn't all need to find, like, everyone's deal was finding love. Like, that was, I almost at the end was like, what if the parents and like set this up, like set up the whole trip with knowing the old guy that had like a granddaughter, right? And knowing that this, like, their daughter was into photography and that this company needed photography. Like, they were that smart, I feel like, and that savvy that they could have just set the whole thing up.
And it turns out the dad is actually Santa at the end, and he turns in.
Yeah, he doesn't have Parkinson's. He doesn't have.
I wouldn't have been as mad at that movie.
Yeah.
I think what the problem I had with this is that Brandon Routh, Jonathan Bennett, and Eden Scher were also good. And this gets to your point. I think
could have had their own films.
Yeah. And then also go back to the hijinks part is when they were lost. I was like, oh, fun. This is gonna be. It'll be annoying, but like whatever. Like I'm in. They're gonna keep missing the boat at each port of call, and they even set it up, and then was like, nope, they made it.
You got right there.
What?
Yeah, I was like, that's going to be funny. They're going to bond together as these siblings that have grown apart. The parents are going to be like worried the whole time. You could still keep the Parkinson's thing in if you want. But yeah, they all have different problems. not related to love, and they go on and they become better as siblings, and it could have been so good and been something that then they brought back every season. Hallmark,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah,
now it's the
did they
Kellers go to, you know, it's the Euro trip.
That would be Jonathan Bennett's new thing. He's got 2 different families in Hallmark.
Oh yeah, the Christmas lights one.
Yeah. I will say Brendan Roth's character being named Cal made me so happy.
So good.
And
Kal-El.
I didn't want to.
I wrote it down.
Yep. I was like, it's Kal.
It has to be. It has to be that, right?
Why are we happy about that?
Kal-El.
Kal-El is Superman. Is Superman's like Kryptonian name. Loser.
Alert.
I gotta know. I gotta know if that is. I have to know if that's.
It had to have been. There's no way they didn't do that on purpose.
And I really liked growing up Eden. I don't know if you watched The Middle at all. I didn't really watch it, but my parents watched it a lot, and she's good. Like she's funny.
Good.
Oh,
and I think, and I just think like once they dipped the whole like hijinks plot, like it just got boring. It was just the same old, like we were talking about,
and
the
she
same
had
old typical Hallmark movie. No, I know. Yeah.
After the hijinks, she had nothing to do. And
right.
I mean, and you could almost say, arguably, other than the father having Parkinson's, she had the worst hands dealt. Yeah, she lost her freaking job, and she even recognizes in this world, like the idea that like she's never going to own a home. She doesn't say that, but that is, and so I thought it was going to be one of those "we're giving you the house" thing at the end too, and they're going to demolish the house. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's a rich. This is I think I brought this up in the past. It's the old rich family Christmas, which with the first world problems, right? It's you know, everyone's like, oh, again, not to the Parkinson's is serious, so that was a serious thing that came on. But up until that point, it was all like, oh, I don't know, how am I going to live now? I'm like, oh, you're fine. Everyone's fine. Everyone's fine.
Their brother like had a limo drop him off.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're fine.
Well, they were like making fun of her for like taking cheap flights. I'm like,
it was like, excuse me, why did one of you jerks fly her out then?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
And when she's like, oh yeah, because I drove basically Uber Eats in college, and like, really? And she's like, yeah, I had to eat. And it's like, yeah.
Why did no one help her?
Yeah. It's a shame. Like you said, Kevin, there was good bone. Like the actors were all great. And I think the concept of like even their individual characters I liked. They were all different and had their own things, you know, but then the story just became totally plot soup and old school Hallmark from this last 3 quarters.
If you go back and watch Heidelberg Christmas, and if you go back and watch Christmas in Vienna, they were in some of these, like that's literally Vienna.
Totally.
They were in some of these places, and there were like pieces that I was like, oh, I've seen that building and that like. So if they keep doing Vienna year after year after year, it'll become that one shot down Main Street they always do. That's like,
well, like how many markets? Yeah, how many Christmas markets can you go to? I would have been so annoyed on that cruise. I was like, another Christmas market?
I know.
Yeah. Sad. Good cast.
Not cast, bummer plot, man.
I actually didn't hate it as much as I think you hated it, Kevin. Like I watched it, and there are times where I'm like, oh, this is like bad. I need to get through this. But I think because they were all good, I was sort of like, oh, this is like I'm interested to see what happens.
But you would not rewatch this. Speaking of rewatchable,
of course not.
No.
I actually like the other ones better. The more straightforward Vienna and what was the one Heidelberg. You know, where it's just like kind of like traditional girl meets boy in foreign country thing, which again gets done a lot, but I was like, oh, I know what I'm in for. This one I kept hoping for something better, and it just never happened. And that was
too many. It was too many things we were waiting for.
I think
then when they all collided, you're like,
sometimes this is funny because like talking about in the last film, the idea of are we going to be on the plane the whole time, which obviously we weren't. This was, are we going to be on the ship the whole time, the cruise ship? Like, you won't see Vienna. And while you did see it, it definitely felt like it wasn't the character that the other films you've mentioned were. So
yes,
true. But you know what?
The German guy was fine.
I was just going to say that. He was cute.
Yeah, he was good.
This movie had some cute dudes.
What about cute dudes?
Otherwise known as hot dudes. Roll.
This is my hot dude's glasses.
I don't know.
All right, we've entered into.
Look at this. I'm now in three. I'm now in multiple dimensions.
Whoa! You're multiplying. Jack Skellington he's like a rabbit. Okay.
Sorry, Kristin. I cut you off. That was my bad.
Don't ever apologize for Jack Skellington. Also, my neighbors are having a typical South Philly screaming match right now. It's probably not picking up on the speakers, but just imagine a lot of like yous and like things.
Because we're recording this right before the Birds game on Monday night.
Or like, why didn't you order the hoagies? I don't understand. I told you to get the hoagies. Sometimes I get scared though. It gets real loud over there. Anyway, let's talk about some hot dudes, huh? Here's the thing. We'll talk about the movie we were just talking about, Keller Family Christmas, because there were a lot of dudes in this one.
Yeah.
So, how about we each pick a dude, and then we talk about that dude. So I'll talk about the little German dude, Noah. Noah.
I'll talk about Superman.
Okay.
I get Jonathan Bennett.
Yeah.
Great. Love it.
Great. So I liked Noah. I thought he was cute from the start. I liked his little German accent. And I like that I think he liked this girl right away.
Yes,
I think he was like, she's really cute. And I think my favorite thing about Noah is that he was speaking to no one technically on these tours. Did you notice that every time he was like on the tour and he was like holding the thing up and he had no like speaker and he was just talking forward. And I was like, honey, no one can hear you, but you sound so cute.
Historically, I think German voices just carry.
Mine does. But I thought he was very cute, and I think he's new to Hallmark, and I'd like to welcome him by giving him a 7.5.
Yeah, good. That's a very good intro score.
I get to talk about Superman, which is pretty super. Brendan Roth. Listen, we talk about the character, not the actor. The actor I love, although I had it on and I pointed to my daughter and I said, you know who that is? And she goes, yeah, that's Doug Stanton from The Rookie, where he plays a racist cop.
He does.
Wildly different role.
Very.
But she said, but I can tell he's sweet in this. And I was like, yeah, different.
Really good as the Atom too in Legends of Tomorrow. If anybody watched the Arrowverse, he's in the Arrowverse.
He's in that.
There were places to go with this character that I don't feel that they did. That's not his fault, obviously. I did love that he ate everything in sight. It was the Brad Pitt a la Ocean's 11, where everything he would see, he would eat. It was a very weird situation where he told this woman, I'm not going to flirt with you, and then did nothing but flirt with her.
Yeah.
The entire time he ever saw her, much to her grandfather's pushing, I guess.
She was into it too.
She was, especially by the end.
Yeah. He's a dreamer. We
never truly got her story, which is marks against him. She was divorced, and he said, I also was divorced, and another girl too. And it's like, don't be a topper.
That's a good call. That's a good call, Kevin. He didn't ask her details. Yeah. God damn.
Not at all. This is not passing any kind of Bechdel tests this go around. So he looked good to Kristin. He did have the wisps of gray going, and I don't know if that's more natural.
That's his real hair. Yeah, he's got good hair.
Speaking of strong bones, he's Superman. He's a good-looking dude. So the good-lookingness is taking that score way, way up. But the kind of like you haven't grown as much as you think, sir. Brought it down. I'm gonna go 6.
All right.
It's not a 5, but you're just a 6.
Yeah, a little low. Okay. All right. I got Jonathan Bennett. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know the actor's name that played the doctor? I'm sorry. Do you have that close?
No. What a dreamboat with that accent.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm gonna give both because there were a couple and they were both men. So we can objectify them both.
Yes.
Jonathan Bennett. I love. He is always in Jonathan Bennett mode, which I think is great. Of this like angsty but like put together but also like unsure of himself like character that is just fun to watch. I I was gonna mark him down because of this whole like miscommunication thing, but I actually think like he handled it exactly right the whole way. He was like, "What are you hiding? Yeah, and why did you turn down my thing like without any explanation?" I would probably be like, "You're not coming on this trip." I was a little mad at him at first because I'm like, "Oh my god, the trip's tomorrow," but I think I would have a similar reaction of like, "I thought we were in this spot and then we're not."
And he even said, "Mike, we're not." Breaking up, we're just taking a pause.
I think he handled everything super maturely, and then once he figured it out, I think they could have had an extra scene at the end of it being annoyingly like them arguing, and they didn't. So I think they handled it like very well as a couple. So I'm going pretty high. He looked cute. He always was very well put together with his sweaters and his collars over the sweaters.
In the lederhosen as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot about lederhosen. So I'm going pretty high. I'm going to go 7.8, which is pretty high for Jonathan Bennett, and I'm giving Cutie Patootie Patel. Was it Patel? I don't remember his last name. It's Dr. It's something similar to that.
I think it was Dr. Patel. It was like not Anthony. I forget.
Yeah, his accent. He was in a tough spot with the parents. I blame the parents more than him. I think as a couple they're getting an 8.5 as a couple. Yeah.
That's nice.
One of the things I dug in the story that they did, because like as much as I felt like it was going in so many directions, the writing, the fact that he also had a ring made for Jonathan, was like he was also going to propose. So this wasn't a matter of like I have cold feet. So I did respect that. So I applaud your score there, Mike. That's good.
Yeah, I'm going high on them. I didn't let the movie or the plot sort of judge them too as a couple. So.
Are you ready?
Is everyone ready?
No, we're never ready.
Oh, geez.
What scene was this? Did I miss
this? The one on the right's from a deleted scene.
That was a water landing, I believe.
They landed in the water in Utah, and he rescued everyone. I found it. He sent me some edits, so I. This is Tyler Hynes. He played. It doesn't matter. He played Jake. I just want to remind everyone, we rate people here 0 out of 10 Hynes.
Not just their characters, of course. Their characters, not just
only the characters. Only the characters. I'd like to begin by saying.
Wow.
By saying
it's the first one of the year, everybody. So Kristin's just getting through it.
I'd like to begin by saying that this cardigan is too much. I'd also like to begin by saying
you wore something like this, right? Like this is kind of what he wore on the plane.
Oh yeah.
This isn't from this movie though. It's just a fashion show.
No, this is from this movie.
Oh, this is okay.
Yeah.
This is from.
Okay, great.
I'd also like to say that during the future, when he walked out of the library, they put him in a goddamn pair of slutty glasses.
Yeah,
he's getting older.
And I was like,
harder.
What? So those slutty glasses set him up way high. Also,
it was Donna Reed.
The amount of times that this man touches her face in this movie.
Yeah.
Men need to take notes. Touch someone that you care about's face.
With consent.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. But like, are you okay? Are you? Oh my god.
Yeah. This is going to be a high score, y'all.
There was a point where he was like, "Thank you for asking me about that," and that was the sweetest thing I've ever seen in my life. There was also a part where he reached across the entire aisle,
held her hand,
her hand, and then dragged his hand across her hand, and then just let go.
So we have different feelings on that because that is the wipe. Yeah, that's the wiping the boogie trick.
Oh. He can wipe all his boogers. He can wipe all his boogers on me. I don't care. I will collect them and put them in a jar.
What is happening?
Whoa, what's the score?
The score.
A 6.
Listen, I don't support billionaires. I don't. So I'm gonna give this a 10 trillion.
I see. I see.
Very smart.
Who's next?
I can go next. He was great. I mean, he was great. I liked that it felt less of a two-hander and more of Aaron Craig Howell's film.
Yeah.
But when he was on screen, he was awesome. He clearly pined for her all of the time.
Ooh.
And it was just, it was cool when there was the scene with the college friends and they were crapping on her a little bit, and he he wasn't fighting them because he's a good guy, but he would have none of it. And it was like, I'm not doing that.
I'm not going to be part of that.
And he was a great guy. My one thing is, and maybe this is a testament to Tyler himself, he didn't age. When you saw him in his youth in college, he looked exactly the same. So, you know what? I'm going to adjust my score and go higher because of that. I can't do a 10 because I have to set you and your 10 trillion. So I'm going to do a 9.
Nope.
No, all right, I'll do a 10.
I was nervous. We were gonna have to kick you off the show, I think.
If these aren't all 10s across this character, like out of all of his characters,
it was that one. I can't remember the movie a few years ago where the two girls liked him.
Yeah,
he was such a smarmy character.
Smarmy guy.
He still gave him high marks.
Yeah, he's the litmus. He's the peak, or you know what I mean? Like he's the 10. Yeah.
All right, Michael.
Yeah, it's. I got you, Kristin. I actually wonder if Tyler Hynes has a clause in his thing, or like reads these scripts and it's like, I can't have anything too not like too bad about my character. Like I need to be universally loved, because every time even when he's the worst guy, he's never the worst guy, but even when he's got like a thing or something, like it's totally fine. He always redeems himself. This one, he was just he was a 10 out of 10 personality the whole way through.
Yeah.
He was only there. This was an extremely awkward situation that they were thrust in, and he handled it with aplomb, especially when she started having like weird, visions and things that he couldn't even explain. He was just like, whatever, you're going through some stuff. Yeah, I think it's funny that they made sad that they made fun of librarians for whatever reason. I thought he was a very cute librarian.
Fun of librarians.
Yeah, I don't know. So you gave him a zillion, right? Kristin, 10 zillion.
Trillion.
Oh, trillion. I'm gonna give him a 10 bagillion. 10 bagillion.
Oh my God, we did.
All right, then I'm gonna raise mine to a 10.1.
Gotta go with your first score. 9.9 for the record, everybody. 9.9.
Wow, guys.
Yeah.
He
didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. So good.
8-3-0.
When did the wise men get together?
Well, here's the thing. I got
Tell us our lineup.
I got an absolutely from Paul Campbell.
Woo.
And then I got
They're on a cruise right now, right?
They're on the cruise right now.
Do you think they missed the ship and they're all racing to get to the next port?
Hang on, I got.
Thanks.
That would have been such a good. I'm telling you, that's the plot.
Oh yeah.
Again, annoying, but it would have been funny at least to watch them all they run into Hilda and the thing, then they run into I don't know, the cops and the something, and then they run into they have to do a escape room or something. I don't know, whatever.
Ooh.
On Wednesday, October 29th, Andrew said absolutely.
Nice.
But then he went and shot a movie and now is on this cruise.
Are we airing our
this is this week.
Yeah, we're still,
it's this coming.
Three Wisest Men is next week.
Yeah, we're still recording. Let's keep on, and then we'll talk about this.
Well, what I'm saying is, I don't know.
We'll see. We're going to review the film, so
I was hoping we would get them on sometime this week.
Yes,
but
or maybe
cruise.
After. Yeah,
we'll see.
Cool.
So
what's Wisest Men this week? My gosh.
What's the next movies we're watching, Chris?
That one, The Three Wisest Men.
Okay.
And my other notebook.
I got you. I got your list. I got your list, Chris.
Oh, Mike has it.
What is it? What's on my list?
Then it's Holiday Touchdown. I guess we're like kind of before Thanksgiving, right? And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then Grand Old Opry Christmas, because we like our friends Nikki DeLoach and Chris Pala.
Yeah.
The 30th, Christmas at the Catnip Cafe, just because of cats, I'm assuming.
No, Paul Campbell.
Paul Campbell. That's right. Make the list. We got our Chabert time. And Andrew.
Anybody seen? Oh God, what was the name of it? The Netflix Christmas film with Kiefer Sutherland.
No,
I watched that trailer and I was like, oof. I was excited because
Tinseltown. That's it. Tinseltown. He tackles the Christmas tree in it, and I was like, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wait, like now Kiefer Sutherland?
Yeah.
Now Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah. I saw the title and I saw Kiefer Sutherland. I'm like, this is going to be fun. They're going to make it like a silly action movie thing, but I don't think they are.
It's like a rom-com?
Yeah, he's a failed actor, and he goes to England to do a play, basically, because they're the only people that'll have him, and his daughter lives in England, so he's like, yeah, I'll come over and do this.
Yeah.
And then while he's there, it looks like the acting troupe is not quite up to par, so he has a moment of, do I basically lord over them or help them? It looks very rom-com-y. I think it looks cute, but
we can do it. We can add it in. We're gonna have bonus Netflix reviews. Bonus Netflix.
All right. We didn't do this last week. Do you guys have plugs? Hit some plugs.
Plugs.
I can go, I guess. Since it was a Christmas Carol themed show, my company, The Drunk Texts, that reads classical texts and texts made classical while playing drinking games with the audience. So during our annual Christmas Carol, we are going to be in Brooklyn at the Rat, and on December 12th, which I actually might not be at for job reasons. Yeah, good things, but then just bad timing. You know how Hallmark works. Good things and bad timing.
Yeah.
I'm a plot line. I'm a Hallmark plot. I have to get home before Christmas Carol, or I'm going to lose my job and have to become a photographer. Anyway, but we're going to do multiple shows at different locations throughout December. So anyway, Drunk Text at the Drunk Text at the Rat NYC. Christmas Carol.
Amazing. Kevin?
I do another podcast as well as this with my daughter, where we watch movies that I watched when I was her age.
Yeah.
And right now we're doing movies from 1986 and before. I can't wait to move on to 87 because Princess Bride, yay. But in December, we will be watching Gremlins. So you can do that at the Perfect 10 podcast.
Do you see the news? You see the news?
Gremlins 3.
I'm excited. Yep.
That's super cool. And I guess I'll plug it. But we're doing Hallmarkable again, coming up in Comedy Sports Theater in Philadelphia, where we fully improvise a Hallmark holiday movie. That begins the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Good job, everybody. Go Birds!
Go Birds!
Oh, Jesus. Cut it. Stop recording.